Hey everybody, Dr. Ette here, and we are live with Goliath. Goliath is a open world survival game where the shtick is you gotta build your own goddamn giant robots. Okay, so Goliath itself is developed by Whalebox Studios and is published by Viva Media. I believe it is the first game from the developers, but I could very well be misspeaking there. On that note, this game is weird. I'm liking it. It's really cool. They were cool enough guys to give me a couple days early access to it, and it's been fun. Again, didn't want to totally ruin the experience for myself, so I got only played about the first 15 minutes. But you know what? Screw this. Let's just get started, right? Sorry, save data. You're gone. Very short cutscene, as you can see, but we are obviously plane crashing. We were in a city, but you know what? Apparently wormholes, teleportation, that's a thing we have to be a little bit concerned of here. So, it's definitely something for us to be keeping an open mind about. Anytime now. There we go, loading screen. Okay, so that doesn't really show you too much of the theme of the game. I haven't seen too many of the cutscenes, truth be told. I think that's the only kind of animated one they've had, but again, 20 minutes into the game, don't really know what I'm talking about, truth be told. But yeah, one thing I have noticed is the load screen does hang a little bit for the size of the game it is. I mean, here's the thing, I've been spoiled with Dark Souls 3, where any transition is a good 20, 30 seconds at most. Oh man, on that note, I am worried that we're crashing out here. Come on, babe. There we go. Perfect. Okay. But again, let's see here. Anytime now. Anytime. Come on. Come on. There we go. Let's get this going. Okay, so as you can see, we have discovered, go figure, the crash site. Somehow I survived. Where am I? Better build a shelter and make a fire. In this case, the game does have gamepad support. I am using that because, honestly, I didn't really like the keyboard and mouse controls, which is a little bit weird. This is your character, not much customization here. One thing I didn't like about the mouse and keyboard, let's just say I'm gathering this mushroom. I wish there was an animation, but it's not a big deal. In this case, every time, in the case with the keyboard and mouse, I believe it is E, but you have to smash it every chop. Every time. They can gather everything just by holding A. It just kind of gets sucked into your inventory here. But you know what? That's what we're going to do really quickly. Gather some logs, just like the little quest pop up on the top left is saying. I'm going to cut one more, maybe two more for good measure, because we are going to be needing this log. Well, go figure, to make us some mechs. Let's see. We're going to gather some berries. Use active camouflage to maybe hide from some of the more aggressive wildlife here. On the right side of the map, I'm going to show my cursor if I can. There will be a little mini-map. I haven't found a way to expand it, but any objectives you have will be on the map itself. So, if you're at a loss of where to go, when in doubt, follow the blue line, I suppose. There we go. We got some berries. We got some logs. Now we're going to head up to the base camp. Sadly, as far as I can tell, you can't really decide where you're putting the base camp itself, which is kind of lame, but what can you do, right? Oh yeah, and while you're in person mode, at least with the key controller, left trigger pretty much shows all the button prompts on the bottom right, and A, whip out a pistol, kill a bunny. What can be more enjoyable than that, right? But we are going to set up this camp really quickly. Burn couple of these just to get some coal. I think we just need one just so we can make some medicine. Yeah, so we're gonna make some healing ointment here. Crafting is taking me a little bit longer than I'd like to get used to, but you know what, learning curve to everything. There's the quick action thing at the bottom left. I assume it'll just be bound through 1 through 9 on the keyboard and mouse, but for now, up on the D-pad, heals me for 25. We are golden. Radio noises coming from our plane. Sure, what's going on? Anyone there? What? A radio? Could it still be working after that crash? And who could be calling me? Ah, my head. Hello? Do you read me? This is Gromov. Shh, Gromov. Gromov, you've made it, buddy. I thought you were goners. Where are you? Well, I'm right by the plane, but before I ask where you are, who are you? Man, you have got to have gotten clonked on the head pretty hard. Don't you remember, man? It's me, Dave. Dave. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused right now. You're my co-pilot, right? Where are you? I got thrown free when the plane broke apart. I landed in a forest somewhere, and I'm banged up but still alive. I'll be okay if I rest a little bit, but frankly, I don't know how. See, there's some choice here. Radio still works. We can be within range. Sure. The single is strongest when I go south, so I'm thinking you would need to come north to find me. Oh, okay. I'm coming, I suppose. I'll be right there. Wait. Don't be so hasty. Have you seen the kind of monsters that are in this place? If you come straight here, you'll be eating faster than you can say. No. Please don't eat me. To be perfectly honest, I don't think we're in France, Europe, or hell, even on Earth anymore. We need to figure out what's going on, how to survive, and more importantly, how to get home. I'm safe here, so make yourself safe there. Get the supplies you need from the surrounding areas, and we can start figuring out how to meet up. Solid, that's a solid plan. Bust some twigs. More importantly, we're going to go head north, follow a little blue line here. Again, this is the tutorial area. We're going to be getting babysat pretty damn hard. Oh man, it's a big beast. Oh boy. Hide in the plane. You made it safely back in the fuselage of the plane. The monster beats on the outside mercilessly while you cower in the cockpit. In front of you are an array of switches, throttles, and buttons, and there appears to be a tiny bit of gas in the tank. What should we do? Landing gear, wiggle the control stick, hit the ignition. Oh, goddamn right, we're going to be blowing this thing up, right? Kachoom! The undamaged right engine turns over. Something inside it explodes with the force that tears off the wing, smashing the monster in the face and knocking it down for the count. You're safe! Nice work. It's a lot less stressful to beat on monsters when I'm inside some armor. I'll have to think about that. A bit of a stretch, but fair. Holy shit, that was a noise. Got Gromov, we've got huge news. I've accomplished something amazing that could really change everything for us. But how's it going? What's up? Oh, well, I just knocked out a giant monster by hiding in our plane and then smashing the engine and the wing into its face. Huh. Well, that's better than my thing. I started a fire and cooked a fish. Well, good work. What are you going to do now? I had an idea that I'm going to start gathering up some lumber and metal to see if I can't armor myself. Okay, that's a little bit specific. Or you just want to make smashing weapons so you can crush the skulls of any creature. I feel like we're a sane, rational individual here, so number one. Hold on a second. How about both? Being armored and invulnerable plus having smashing powers. That'd be amazing. You wouldn't be afraid of anything. You could walk all over this monster world. Holy shit, you're right. Let me see if I can get some materials together and build something. Okay. Something. There's obelisk around the world. Monsters don't get close to. That's where we'll be making camps. So, you should go there. Have a safe place to work. Sure. And that's the terrifying monster that we just kind of killed. As you can see on the top of our screen here, I'm shaking it back and forth a little bit. We're just going to follow that arrow. And we're also going to harvest some bushes really quickly. Here's the thing. With the little, one-time interact things, I like that I don't have to spend a few seconds foraging them. But I kind of wish there was at least, a quarter of a second digging animation or something before the brush just exploded. And look, tree, it makes sense. You do your little chop. It breaks down, splits into logs and some resin. But see, we hit level 3. That's good. Go hit left trigger and triangle. We can work on a Goliath construct. I don't think you have any actual placement of where you can put things. They just fill up the circle, which is not the greatest, but it works. It gets the job done. There we go. We can construct a Goliath, but regrettably, at the moment, it would appear as if we are short on twigs. Of course, go figure, our first Goliath itself will be just a wooden Goliath. Nothing fancy. We just crash landed here. The fact that we can build a robot is impressive in its own right, in my opinion. I figure. Ooh. Oh man, be scared of the bunny. There we go. Pick up the twigs here. I mean, there's a giant group of bushes. I feel like it would be awfully wasteful not to just slurp everything up there. I do like the pretty much hold A button to loot everything around you. It's convenient, that's for sure. But with that being said, I feel like we are totally fine to build our giant wooden Goliath. There we go. He reminiscent of Blitzcrank to personally, but you know what? You know, giant wood robot. It's a start. He's not the strongest, not the coolest, but let's see. Wood Goliath, lightweight, mobile, has a quick roll. He overheats at high temperatures, can catch fire, generates damage in water or high humid areas. Okay. Overdrive, while you're running, you can pretty much fill up the meter at the bottom of the screen to make him go hog wild. Can throw a boulder. Can pull a Garen, spin to win. And never gotten Force of Nature, but maybe if we get him 17, we can find out. Gromov, you there? It's Dave. I got big news, buddy. I don't think we're in the same world. What? This world, it's made of all these bits and pieces and people and creatures that have been pulled all over the universe. But they haven't all stuck together like a planet. It's like they're chunks, all orbiting around something in the center. But how do we communicate if we're on different chunks? That's the thing. With the way these orbits work, sometimes we swing close enough to each other and the reception's good. Sometimes we're far away and it's bad and we can't even communicate at all. Aw, for crying out loud. I spent all this time building a big armored walking robot thing to get you and we're not even on... Oh, well, I like two. You know, why weren't you answering my calls? Silver lining, mon ami. You know that portal that's near the black obelisk in the base you've made? It doesn't work, right? Well, I did some experimenting on mine here, says the dude who doesn't have a giant robot mech. And, well, you just need a green crystal, a little bit of glue, and a stick. Well, okay. But, yeah, for now, we got our Goliath. So, pretty much, go figure. Giant robot. The convenient thing is we can instantly loot trees now. At least there is the punching animation to go aside with it, so you know it's something. There we go, we're just gonna murder a couple spiders. Murder their web so they can't respawn. Combat so far seems very simple, but I don't know. I guess we'll see if it changes much later in the game. Break more spider webs, because as we all know, they're terrifying. It's crazy scary. And these are the gems, crystals, whatever the hell I was calling them, that we do need to repair the teleporting crystal. Come on. There we go. And just one more for good measure. And just gotta take these egg sacs out. Perfect. Little red targeting icon. Go figure, that means there's something you can target or fight, I believe. Rats burrow. They do their thing. It's a little bit annoying, but what can you do, right? Top right of the screen, I haven't pointed this out yet, is in fact our health and a robot. And we're ready for overdrive. That just means we hold our quick attack, or X. Basically go turbo mode. Let's see. We fixed it. There was not really a pop-up or prompt or anything, but this is the over map. The chunk map. We are here. You can go to Mirkwood, Winter's Teeth. I believe the color of the biome basically decides what it is. So green means probably grassy, plainy, etc. Winter's Teeth is blue. I'm assuming it's going to be cold. And Fever's Grasp is red, so fire probably. Oh, man. But we are going to go to Mirkwood. That's that. Oh, yeah, there are factions in the game, too. It's, I'm worried that the game tries to be so broad in its sense of appeal by doing so much that it becomes a jack of all trade, but not really super memorable in any way, like any specific way, but I don't have enough game time to really have that opinion yet, really. Let's see. Oh, you can autopilot your Goliath? Neat. Wait, does that mean your Goliath can be doing something when you're not in them? Because if so, that's kind of cool. But yeah, on that note, this is the this in the first start. The loading times were honestly fine before then. I think it might just be recording with shadow play and Audacity going. It might just be doing something funky, but see, we've discovered Mirkwood. Gromoff, you there? Heard some rumors about the world you're on. It sounds like the folks there who could use your help the most are the Forest Brotherhood. The Forest Brotherhood? So a bunch of guys who are related to each other just hanging out in the forest? No, it's worse than that. They're not people, and they're not related to each other. They're... I didn't get that. What? I said they that are extremely... when they... Shake the radio set. Silence. So we have a quest. There we go. We can track our quest in the journal. Let's see. Find the Forest Brotherhood. Inventory is full of stuff. You know, nothing quite super dire, but you know what? This is the interest of the game. We got a new. We built our robot. We'll definitely get more in depth. Hopefully, if we're lucky, get a second robot sooner rather than later. But I think this will be it for the first episode. And of course, thanks for watching, everybody. I know it's a new game. Some of you might be new. Thank you so much for checking it out. I'll try to do this a daily thing, at least for a little while, until I get tired of the game, of course. But for now, I'm enjoying it. It's a cool idea. Everyone really likes giant robots. So, yeah. But for now, I'm Dr. Ette. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.